I like it.
It's like a hotel in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Well, I've never started a video here. I am in Grand Marais with my family for the next 5 days. It is beautiful out here. I'm currently in one of the bedrooms that I'll be sharing with my little brother. For the next 5 days, my family and I are staying at this cabin right on the lake. I'm so excited for this trip. My grandparents are coming to join us tomorrow. We stopped at the co-op today, got some groceries. We just survived the 5-ish hour drive up here, which really wasn't that bad. Family cabin trip starting now. Are you ready for the next 5 hours? Hi, Mom. Dad's driving. I cleared out a lot of photos on my camera roll and I got a lot of work done. As you can see, I don't have any service. There's no service, no Wi-Fi, nothing up here, so it's super remote, very beautiful, but quiet. I did bring my laptop to get some work done in case I want to edit, but I also brought some books with me. I thought, what better time than now to do the 24-hour reading challenge. I have been wanting to try this challenge out for I think about a year, since one of my friends Anne did it on her channel. I will not be doing the 24-hour reading challenge where you don't sleep and you just read consistently for 24 hours. For my sanity, I cannot do that, and I feel like it takes out the pleasure of reading because then you feel like you have to read, and I want to enjoy it. I am gonna have a lot of reading time this week, and so what I'm going to do is just set a timer for 24 hours, and then every time I read, I'll just set off the timer, and I just want to see how many books, how many pages I can read in a 24-hour period. Now, in order to do this challenge, I of course need some books to read. So I brought a handful of books, and then we also stopped at a bookshop in Grand Marais today and I bought another book. So I have a lot of options for whatever type of mood reading I feel like reading this week. Let me show you what books I brought. I won't be reading all of these. It's just depending on what mood and type of reading that I'm in. But for the paperbacks, I brought You Have a Match. First of all, look at the cover. I felt like that was so fitting for this trip. Basically, the protagonist in this book takes a DNA test and finds out that she actually has an older sister that she didn't know about, so they decide to meet up at summer camp to get to know each other. It is YA, but I thought this might be cute and a quick read. That's the thing. I brought quick reads. Like, if I'm going to do the 24-hour reading challenge, I want books that I can fly through, that are easy to read, and books that I can't put down, which is exactly why I brought these next two, which are Colleen Hoover books. Because if there's any type of book that I can read quickly and not have to like think too hard about, if a book that I can just turn my brain off with, it's these. So I have Confess by Colleen Hoover as well as Without Merit. But what if I want to read a thriller? I have The Locked Door by Frida McFadden. I had no idea how self-published she was. I found this book in a little free library, and when I was packing last night for this trip, I was trying to figure out like info about this book, and I realized it's self-published. She self-published this book in 2021. And then I did a little bit of research and I realized that a lot of her books were actually self-published on Amazon and through advertisement, and I assumed like Book Talk, it just picked up and now she's signed with a publisher. I just had no idea. So this is one of her self-published versions of The Locked Door. I never really knew what this plot was about until I picked this up last night, and I've had this on my TBR list for a couple of months, I think, but it sounds really, really good. It's about the daughter of a professional like unaliver, basically. I'm trying to keep this ad friendly, but nobody knows about her past and what her dad did. And now as an adult, there are victims that are showing up in the same style that her dad unalive them in. I don't know, it sounds good, it sounds spooky. I know that people read these in like one sittings and can't put them down, so that is the exact vibe that I'm hoping for while reading here this week. And then I also brought Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. I think this is one of the last Rachel Hawkins books that I have yet to read. I read The Villa and The Wife Upstairs this summer, and I love her style of thrillers. I also love how they are roughly loosely based on like classics. Like The Villa was inspired by Frankenstein, The Wife Upstairs was inspired by Jane Eyre, and Reckless Girls is inspired by like Agatha Christie. The big bold text on the back of this book, it says, "One island, 6 visitors, countless secrets. One person goes missing, another turns up dead. The remaining friends wonder what dark currents lie beneath the impenetrable paradise." I think they're stuck on an island together, and I don't know, I like her style of thrillers. I love the way that Rachel Hawkins writes, and I know that I read her other 2 books so quickly, so I'm excited to read this, and this has been on my summer TBR, so I did want to make sure that I read this before it's too late, because if it gets too cold out and too wintry, this won't be the vibe. So I have to read it now, otherwise I won't read it until next spring. Now moving on to the hardcovers, what if I'm in the mood for like a rom-com? What if I want like a fluffy romance book? Christina Lauren's Something Wilder. The plot of this book for some reason has not been intriguing to me. It's very bizarre. It's about like a treasure hunter. Christina Lauren books are always like pretty easy to get into and easy to read. Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren is one of my favorite books, and honestly I think it's the best one, but I do want to read all of their books. So the cover alone just feels super summery though, so I did want to make sure that I read this in the summertime. And then I also have Jodi Picoult's Arc that I was sent this summer by Any Other Name. I have been really wanting to soak up this book, so I did want to bring this with because this would be a really good escape book if I just want a book. Like the other books I am like flying through, but if I want a book that I can just like read for a while, it'll be this one. And then like I mentioned, when we were in Grand Marais, like we're kind of like up in the bluffs right now, but when we were down in town earlier today, there is this really cute little bookshop that we stopped at. Very small selection, but they did have some good titles. I wanted to make sure to buy a book from this local little independent bookstore, not only to support them, but also to have a book as like a memory of like, oh, I bought this on this trip to Grand Marais. I want to start buying books in different places. It's called Drury Lane Books. They only had like 1 copy of books. I don't think it was organized. It was just kind of like placed randomly on the shelves. They didn't even have like a romance section or anything. It was just like novels, Minnesota. So you really did kind of have to dig, but I did find this one book that I've been wanting to read, and I've heard wonderful things about this book, so I feel like it's going to be good. It is The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. If the trip takes me here, I'll read this, but this is definitely giving more of like a winter read and a book that I would love to read within the next upcoming months. I was trying to explain this plot to my mom when I bought this, but it's basically about this guy that needs to solve who killed Evelyn Hardcastle. Evelyn Hardcastle will be murdered at 11 p.m. There are 8 days and 8 witnesses for you to inhabit. We will only let you escape once you tell us the name of the killer. Understood? Then let's begin. At the beginning of each day, Aiden wakes up in the body of a different guest, and some guests are more helpful than others. It kind of feels like I'm playing Clue, and every single day he is just gaining more and more information as to who killed Evelyn Hardcastle, and she is unalived at the same time every single day. So it sort of feels like Groundhog's Day, but like with a mission. Those are the books that I will be choosing to read the next 5 days. I am super curious to see how this challenge goes, but I'm excited because I've really wanted to do this for a while, and this just felt like the most perfect opportunity because what else am I really going to be doing here? Consider this the start of the challenge and the start of the video. Welcome to Grand Marais. Might as well start the timer now. Well, minus 1 second. This is going to be my 24-hour timer. Let the challenge begin.
Probably, or something.
That's what it seems like. It's super gothic. It's yeah, gothic mystery.
Take a picture of.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like Lisa Scott-Aline.
She's prolific. Holy cow.
Yeah.
She's written a lot of books.
Called like the mystery one. Again.
Is that recording?
Nope.
Oh, I see the little red light in the corner. I thought maybe it was accidentally It is recording! Oh
We're
my
doing
god,
the
I look so
call.
fat right now because I'm wearing this!
Oh, that's right over here.
Okay, I'll tell them she's not fat. She's wearing
I'm just wearing a poopy thing, I'm really not as fat. Oh my god!
You're already fishing? Oh no. Oh my gosh. There's my brother. Okay, run! Oh my god. The next morning. It is 50 degrees. It is so cold. It's super, super peaceful and so quiet. Like noise echoes a lot here, and there are other cabins and a lodge, so I'm just trying to be really, really quiet. But I'm on the swinging bench right by the water and the dock and the boats, and it's so peaceful. I'm on chapter 10 of The Locked Door. I read for about an hour last night before I fell asleep because I was exhausted after a long day of getting here. Oh my god, I'm like squinting in the sun. It is so good. Like I said, this is my first Frida McFadden book and I love her writing. I definitely see why she was picked up from publishers after self-publishing all these books. I'm only on chapter 10, but I cannot put it down. 1 hour of reading. I'm not far in. 23 more hours to go. Like it so far?
It's good, but the writing is good.
Do you want time to keep reading or do you want to go?
Gotta get him in here.
Oh, there's Dad. stitch.
What's scary is I lost my needle.
Oh my god. So we don't, is it in here somewhere? Cute.
So this is her name. I don't understand how to say it because it's in Dutch. It's her last name.
I like the little cherubs in the center.
And yeah, this is reproduction. And she was probably wealthy because of the symbols that are in there. Dove coat. This is a dove coat, which they would have kept doves at that time, and that was something wealthier people did, so she put that on there to show that she had one. And this is Caleb and Joshua coming back from the promised land with the abundance, the grapes.
That's cool. I like the colors. It looks kind of black and white on camera, but it's blue, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a deep navy blue, and it's variegated. Yep, but all this is symbols from the area in the Netherlands that she was from.
Okay, hold it up and pose.
Okay. I don't have a floss tube though.
Good job.
But the guy I bought this from does.
Where'd you get it?
Oh, I can't remember his name now. No. I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that.
Okay.
What didn't I notice?
Dad was just messing with you.
What did you do? What did you put on me?
That's the spider on your shoulder.
No, he did not put a spider on you. Why I haven't finished this book yet. But I'm on page 88 and I've read for about 2 hours out of this 24-hour challenge.
Welcome to my world.
I know, it's hard. Reading update. I have 20 hours left. I'm 4 hours in and I am 1 chapter away from finishing The Locked Door. I could have finished it last night, but I just wanted to wait until daylight because I was very, very sleepy toward the end, so I left 2 chapters. But that twist, never saw it coming. My grandparents got here yesterday, but when I woke up today, our cabin was empty and it's silent around the lodge. I don't know where anyone is, but our dock is empty and it's beautiful out. So I'm gonna go finish The Locked Door on the water, and then I figured since I'm gonna be sitting on the dock by the water, let's start You Have a Match, because this looks like the perfect mood reading book to go read outside. I'm also having some of our local coffee that we got at a coffee shop here. It's cold because it's 10:30 and this was probably made 6 hours ago. It is so nice today out here. Yesterday it was like 40s and 50s, but today I think it might be in the 60s. It doesn't feel cold at all. It is so quiet up here. This is so peaceful. Like, also I'm wearing this new sweatshirt that I got yesterday in town, Grand Marais. They had buy one, get one for free. I think because the summer season's over, so I got this and a different hoodie. I also got a new beautiful deck of tarot cards and a bookmark. We'll do a haul later. The water is so clear today. I'm looking at fish. Like, I can see all the way to the bottom. Look at how clear the water is. I'm gonna take a Polaroid and then I'm setting the timer off and we have to finish The Locked Door. Oh, the lighting is so much better this way. And start You Have a Match. I want to document this reading challenge. This is probably the loudest noise that anyone's gonna make at the resort today. Every couple of years, I remember that I own a Polaroid and then I forget about it again. I haven't used that since my 27th birthday. Okay. There's a chair right next to me, but you know, I'm a sit on the floor type of gal. I gotta sit on the dock. They're already back. God dang it. Well, I'm glad that I didn't start journaling because I literally read a page and a half. This is how my reading challenge has gone, by the way. Here they are. I read a page. My dad told me to go sit in the boat so I can get a feel for it. I would if there weren't worms in the boat. I still haven't finished reading Makayla. Oh my god, I literally would have died and screamed if that touched me. I would have fallen into the lake. Following me out to read. Okay, come on.
I saw an otter at the lake.
You saw an otter? Look at his cheeks. Really?
They are so spicy that they have to spy on the other one.
Oh my gosh. I'm back on the dock by myself. It is so quiet here. It's hard to vlog because I can hear when we're up in our cabin and like people docks away. So very, very quiet. I finished the lock door. It was so good. I loved the twist and I loved the final chapter twist. For a first Frida McFadden book, it was great. I'm so glad that I got into it and I read it really, really quickly. So highly recommend. Now I am 60 pages into You Have a Match. It's so cute. I really, really like it. They get into the plot like right away. She takes a DNA test in the first chapter and learns about her sister by the end of the first chapter, so the plot is really set. This is gonna be a quick read, but it is perfect out here. Absolutely stunning. Like, you're joking. My mom and brother are watching me vlog. There they are. Right there. And then the big boys are on the fishing boat right now. It is such a beautiful day. And my preteen brother is being naughty. I'm grabbing a snack. But also, I almost forgot to update the vlog. We saw a black bear yesterday. Like a little older than a cub, but not full grown bear just skipping along the path. We were driving back from dinner on the trail with my grandparents and we were all driving back to the campsite. 7:30 p.m. getting dark, and this little black bear was just trotting along the gravel road until he noticed our car, and then he started running into the woods. But I don't think I've ever seen a bear in the wild before, so that was really, really cool. I can like check that off of this little imaginary list. But I cannot believe we all saw a young black bear just in nature. It was so cool.
Yep, that's the only one they got there. Ooh, nice.
You're not gonna have the boat tomorrow?
We might go do stuff tomorrow. I mean, we can rent it when we get back,
restaurant looks
you
really
know, for
nice.
half a day.
I like
you
the
know.
boat.
Well, we can rent again tomorrow, half a day or something.
I like when we go fast. I haven't even seen the lake. I gotta go see the real lake.
Well, tomorrow when we get back and do all stuff, we'll get the boat for half a day.
Okay. Gunflint Trail haul. We went to a couple of little shops on the Gunflint Trail today. Everyone's just looking at me. Okay, I'll do a haul.
We've never seen this in the wild before.
Yes, you have. I got this yesterday in Grand Marais. There's a gift shop across from a restaurant on
Nor'wester is the name.
Nor'wester
Yeah.
by
in case anyone wants to go.
Popular Lake
On Pop.
on Pop.
Yeah, was it Popular Lake? I don't know if it was on that lake or not.
It was near a lake. Oh my god, this lighting is so bad. I need to be right where that flash is. Everything was like 50% off since it's the end of the summer season. So I got this pomegranate mango chapstick for $3.
I didn't even see
It was
that.
on the 50% off table, $3.
go
It's
back.
$6, but go back.
I want that.
I also got soap because I love bars of soap and I always like to get them on trips. I got this extra creamy orange zest. They also all have this really, really pretty imprint on them. I got lemon spearmint as well. These were $3 each, which is such a good deal. If you know anything about me, you know I love bars of soap at my house. And I always like to stock up on really nice ones. So I got some new soap. I got Ashton a shirt. Ta-da.
Let me see.
It's the same one as Dad's.
Oh, yeah.
We went up to Clearwater and went at their little gift shop area on their resort, and first of all, I got greeted by the cutest dog ever. I wish I took videos of that dog. She was so sweet, but the welcome committee there was amazing.
I even gave you a hug.
I know, I got a hug. She like went up on her hind legs and wrapped her arms around me with her ears back too. It was so cute, and she was so gentle and so well behaved and so quiet. I couldn't resist because it was so soft and I loved the color. I got this oversized yellow t-shirt for sleeping in as well, and it's super, super soft and stretchy. And it was $22, so I had to. Yeah, it just says Clearwater, but I love it. That's my Gunflint Trail haul for the day. We drove around a little bit to see what was up here, and then we also made dinner reservations in half an hour as well. But reading update, I'm on page 66. So I finished the Frida McFadden book, and I'm this far into this book. I have like 19 hours left of the challenge, but we have 3 days left, so I know I can do it. Also, I need to show you the rest of my haul from yesterday as well, because like I said, I got this for buy one get one. So then I also got this one for basically free. I love the design. I think it's so cute. It says coolest and safest small town in America, Grand Marais, and I just love the doodles. So I got this. We went in this really, really cute little gift shop, and I found this beautiful, beautiful moon deck. It says that this deck is sprinkled with moon dust, and I think the illustrations are just stunning. I haven't bought a new deck in a long time. I can't wait to go through these because look at how pretty the edges are. And then I also couldn't resist. Oh, shoot, it got bent. I just got a little bookmark. I really like the back. It says, I am an alchemist. I have the power to transform. I create my own path. So I thought this would be perfect for like self-help spiritual type of books. I have a few tiny rocks in here as well that I found. I think I mentioned this, but every few years I remember I have a Polaroid camera. I've been taking some Polaroids today and last night. So these are all of the Polaroids that I have remembered to take today. But that's my update, my little haul, and all the stuff that I've accumulated on this trip so far. We're heading to dinner though with the grandparents in like half an hour. you probably won't even be able to see it. I have 14 hours left of the challenge. It's 1:30. I've been out here for probably like 2 or 3 hours. I finished You Have a Match. It was really, really cute, very easy. It's a YA book, so it did go through the plot and the story pretty quickly. Reading it for what it is, which is a YA book, I keep having to think if I were still in that target audience, what would I rate it? And I think if I were like 13 to 17 years old, I'd probably give this like 4 stars. So that's how I'm going to rate it, but I couldn't have picked a better place to read this. Like, I read it on a boat. I literally felt like the cover. It was cute, but I really recommend reading this in the summer and at like a summer camp vibe. And then after that, I started Confess. I'm halfway through. Obviously, all of her books move really, really quickly, so it's keeping my attention. It's exactly the type of book that I need right now, which is easy peasy, palate cleanser, don't need to think. I will say I predicted the twist, but at this point, I just feel like I'm pretty familiar with how she writes and the type of plots that she likes to dabble in, because this plot is silly. I'll probably finish it in a couple of hours. Oh my gosh, did I get sunburned? Did I get sunburned out there? Oh, that is so bad. I also did not wear sunscreen because it's fall. I was being stupid. Oh my god. Well, at least I got a final tan in for the season. I saw so many loons and heard so many loon callings while reading out there. Another thing I want to journal about and cross off, because we saw a bear, loons. My brother just saw a snake on the path, but I'm glad I didn't see a snake. Today is so hot, they're out sunbathing, which is terrifying to think that there are snakes out there. Yeah, lots of creatures. I can't believe how stupid I was on that dock for like 3 hours. That was good. You snuck a little seed. Did you get one too? So good. Oh, good stretch. I have 12 hours left. I just finished Confess. I feel like once you get into these books and just like accept it for what it is, it starts to get good. It's 4:30. I think I started this book around 1, so it took me like 3 hours. If you're just here for the ride, it's actually not bad. If I read this by itself, I don't know. Right now, it just was exactly what I needed. It got better, I'll say that. I need to think about it before I rate it. Also, I'm in the lake. We're about to go on a boat. I want to see the whole lake. Yes.
I thought there was cup holders in here, if there isn't.
That's the luxury boat, the one that you didn't let us get. That's the pontoon.
Yeah, we're to be. This tip over is like,
You're having fun, Mom.
yes, I love this. It's fun.
Hey, little God. She's panicking. Little baby.
Action that whole time?
No, I was reading. What are you doing? Oh, wow. That is beautiful. I look so sunburned. Oh my god. I get so nervous when there's a car full of people listening to me.
Do you know that there's thousands of people listening to you on your YouTube? How many people watch your YouTube?
Like 10.
Well, that's more than us. So you should be more nervous about that than us.
We're driving back down at the end of the trip and we stopped in Grand Marais for some donuts. And I stopped back in the bookstore. I bought 2 more books. I have Emma Straub's All Adults here because I loved This Time Tomorrow, but I haven't heard much about this. Oh, this came out in 2020. I also found The Encyclopedia of Fairies, and I've heard a lot about this one as well.
I cannot wait to borrow that, Makayla. I'll let you know how it goes.
Okay, they had free bookmarks by the checkout as well. I try to match my bookmark colors to my book, but also so that I remember I got them here. I got a blue one, an orange one, and then I also just got the bookshop's info one. That was my final book haul of the trip. I have about 9 hours left of the challenge. As you can tell, I am back home. We got back late last night. I am exhausted. exhausted, but what a fun video and way to recap my trip while also documenting some reading. So to be completely honest, I still have about 4 hours left on the 24-hour timer. So I guess I only read for about 20 hours on this trip. We had 2 travel days and 3 full days on the cabin resort area, but it was of course filled with so much family time that it was actually really hard to find isolated alone time to read unless it was late at night, but by then I'm exhausted from the whole day. But it was a family vacation and family time is what we got. I thought about my options because I could finish out the challenge here and read at home, but to be honest, the spell has already been broken. I'm back in work mode. I can't be timing myself reading when I have so much to do. I could lie to you and say that I did a complete 24 hours, but then it wouldn't properly reflect how much I've read in 24 hours. Or I could just be straight up and say I sort of failed this challenge, but I will try again because I did love making this video. So just stick around because I will attempt this challenge again, and if I'm really feeling crazy, I might try to do the 24-hour reading challenge where I just read nonstop and don't sleep. I just don't see how that's good for my mental health or my health in general, but it's an option. Anyway, I did want to do a little wrap up and a haul. I have everything that I bought on this trip, which was surprisingly more than I thought in my bedroom. So we'll do a Grand Marais up north gunflint trail, basically Canada haul of everything I bought. But first, let's talk about the books that I read on this trip. So I read for about 20 hours, and in the span of 20 hours, I read 5 books. Here are the books. Since you've already watched the video, I guess it's no spoiler to show you. The first book that I read was Frida McFadden's The Locked Door. I gave this book 4 stars, I believe. It was a really great first Frida McFadden book, and I was genuinely surprised by her writing. I didn't know what to expect, but I knew that it was gripping, and everybody claims that they just cannot put these books down. I know personally some people that read her books in one sitting, which I thought sounds insane, but after reading this, I totally see how that is possible. This copy that I have is self-published, and it was self-published just a few years ago, so it is also totally insane to think about the success and journey that Frida McFadden has had over the last couple of years. But reading this independently published book, I totally see why she is now traditionally published and why all of her books have been picked up, because this was an insane read, and I'm glad that I started here. This was great, and honestly a really quick read as well. I even tabbed one part that I wasn't expecting to relate to given what the book is about, but I did, and I don't feel like I can even share the passage with you because it kind of spoils the ending. But really great book. So I think I am on the Frida McFadden train, and I would recommend it. The next book that I read was just the epitome of mood reading. It was You Have a Match by Emma Lord. This was a YA, pretty enjoyable. I read this primarily on the fishing boat, which is so perfect. My perspective looked like this cover. It was crazy, and it really just added to the story of these kids or teenagers at summer camp. The time at the cabin totally reminded me of Parent Trap. I felt like I was at an adult summer camp, so it was really cool to read a book that kind of reflected my physical environment. I think this book lingers in the 3 to 3.5 rating. I'm trying to imagine what I would rate this if I read this as a teenager, since that is the target audience, and I think I would have enjoyed it as a teenager. Reading some of the other reviews on Goodreads as an adult, I see the slight problematic things with how the story portrays adoption and being adopted. There were some reviews by people that were adopted that really did not like what this book did with that. So that, as an adult, I think I would rate this a lot lower, but if I were a naive teenager reading this book, I probably would have rated it higher. So take that information as you will, but I enjoyed it. I think this is a pretty great YA book. So yeah, I think I would recommend this. I mean, see for yourself, honestly. And then I started Confess later that evening by Colleen Hoover. I'm so glad that I read this Colleen Hoover book before the next one that I'm going to talk about, because I actually liked the next one more. This plot sort of reminded me of November 9th, and honestly, like, it's a Coho book, so I'm not going to deep dive and really review it. It is what it is. Not my favorite ones of hers though, so I did rate it 2 stars, but see for yourself. I don't know, nothing really interested me in this plot, and it's really hard to explain. I was like trying to tell my mom what this book was about, and it was just twisty and turny because you have like the opening part about the main character's past and what that reflects into her adult life, and then you have this guy who's sort of met her before that for some reason has loved her since the first day and basically like wants to be with her, but he also has his own stuff, and then she has a secret It's Colleen Hoover. It was exactly what I needed during this trip. And then the last day, as well as part of the car ride back, I read Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and I liked this one a lot more. I actually rated this 4 stars. Again, it was just exactly what I needed, which was a fast-paced, cannot put down, like, easy read, and that's exactly what Coho always delivers. I liked this plot more. It kept me more intrigued. It's pretty messed up. Like, if you start to dissect and describe the plot and the family dynamics, there are some quotes in here too that I read out loud to my mom because she was just hysterically laughing. But if you look past that, like, just the almost situation, I don't know, I cannot explain anything without spoiling it, but this is one of her more enjoyable books for me personally. So if you don't mind reading Colleen Hoover and you haven't read this one yet, definitely check it out. Again, I read mixed reviews about this on Goodreads, but personally for me it wasn't that deep for what I needed, which was a road trip read. This delivered. And then with the final hours of the challenge, I actually started this book before the challenge, but I left it at home because I just wasn't interested in this, and it was really, really big, and I knew that I wouldn't want to like do the challenge with this book. I'm having a hard time getting into Lauren Asher. I read Love Redesigned and honestly did not like it, and this is the second book in the same series. It's a bit better, but definitely still hard to get into. I'm only about a third way into the book, which is still 204 pages. So it's picking up. It's definitely picking up. They're on vacation right now. They're in Hawaii. I see exactly where this is gonna go. I love huge romance books, but there is no need for Lauren Asher to be writing these big books when it is a slow burn. These characters don't even kiss or confess anything until the very, very end. All of this, I don't know. If that's for you, it's for you. I just don't know. I think if I were to finish this challenge with like the 3 hours that I have left, I would definitely finish this book, but I just don't want to do that. Now that I'm home, I've got work stuff to do. The video feels complete. I want to move on. So in conclusion, my 24-hour reading challenge looked like this. If you're looking for easy books to read quickly that will keep you engaged and aren't going to put you into a reading slump, like things that you can just read really quickly without thinking too hard, I would definitely recommend these books because these are the type of books that I brought on this trip for that very reason. But the trip was so fun. There's something about being completely in the woods with like no cell service that is super healing. Obviously, I think I really needed it. If you have never been up the Gunflint Trail on any of those resorts and that is your vibe, I would recommend checking out some of those resorts, especially if you live in Minnesota. It's like such an easy up north trip and there's so much to do, surprisingly, and so many shops, which brings me right into what I want to show you next, which is my haul, because I definitely didn't expect to go this hard. But when you're on vacation, especially when I'm on vacation, I totally get sucked in with like souvenirs and stuff. I've laid everything out on my bed, so let's do a haul of everything that I got up north in Grand Marais and on the Gunflint Trail. Starting at the first shop, Drury. That's such a hard word for me to say. I struggle so much with saying my R's. Drury Lane, which was a very cute little independent bookshop, as you saw in this video. The first time I went, I got the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and then yesterday on our way out, I stopped back in and they restocked. So I got Emma Straub's All Adults here, as well as Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I've heard so many things about this book and it just felt perfect for fall. The next shop that I bought something at was a cute little gift shop in Grand Marais. I found this beautiful deck of tarot cards called the Moondust Tarot. All of the cards look beautiful and it says that it's sprinkled with moon dust. I cannot wait to go through and look at the illustrations on all of these cards. Just by the Fool alone, I know it's going to be stunning. And what I love about this deck is the back of the cards as well as the sides, like stunning, beautiful. Let's see if I can pull, what am I gonna pull here? Ace of Cups. What a great card to get. An offer is coming in. Literally so beautiful. I'm not ready to shuffle them yet, so I want to put that back exactly where it belongs in the deck. But yeah, such a beautiful deck. I haven't bought a new deck in a couple of years, so this is perfect. It just felt right. I also saw this really beautiful bookmark in there as well, so I grabbed this. Another gift shop in Grand Marais had a buy one get one free on sweatshirts, so you saw me wear this Grand Marais one the other day. I still need to wash it, but I was in dire need at the time. I usually wash everything first, but it was just freezing and I had to wear it. And then I also got this one as well for the BOGO. So cute. Then on the Gunflint Trail, we went up to Clearwater and I couldn't resist buying this super, super soft, oversized yellow t-shirt. It's gonna be a sleep shirt. I love sleeping in oversized, soft t-shirts like this. And then I also bought soap, and then I also bought this chapstick because it was on clearance, so it was 50% off, so it was like $3. I got this t-shirt for Ashton. It says headed north, Gunflint Trail. And then on the way back down the scenic route, we stopped at the agate shop in Beaver Bay, and I got this amethyst magnet for $4. Here's the thing when it comes to crystal shopping, I own so many and it can get very like cluttery very quickly. So now I only buy crystal items if it's functional. This being a magnet feels functional. Like I know it's going on my fridge. So that's why I justified that. And then we stopped at Moon Market and I finally found what I have been looking for months, and that is a jar for my brown sugar cubes next to my Nespresso machine. I saw this and immediately knew that it was the one. It also has this like silicone seal. So my little brown sugar cubes for my coffee are going in this. I think she's so pretty. And then I also couldn't resist the ceramic candle holder for the home library makeover coming soon. I also took my Polaroid with, and I got all of these fun pictures. I'm so glad that I was able to take some pictures. This was my mom running away and refusing to get her picture taken. And then some rocks that I found in my shopping bags. I have so many more rocks downstairs. Now I know I just said that I am not buying crystals because it can get cluttery, but that is so different than finding rocks. Yesterday, my whole family and I were looking at rocks on the North Shore, and it was just the cutest bonding time. I have all the rocks that I found laid out on my kitchen counter. They look so, so tiny. I have so much beach glass. I have little tiny agates. I also have a jar from when I went up to Duluth a few weeks ago, so I'm just gonna add all of these to the jar. This lighting is probably not the best, but like, look at that agate. That's an agate. Some of these bigger rocks were just cool. Like they had green in them. That's an agate. I cannot believe I found some of these. I'm trying to look for some favorites. This one has like a crystal-y end and then like a rock end. Lots of agates. Oh, this one is crazy. Like again, crystal end and then like an agate end. Lots of sea glass. This one has like a little tiny rock on top of a bigger rock. I'm excited for Ashton to get here later so he can go through all my rocks with me. This one has so many layers to it of different colors. That one's cool. That has so many lines in it. So many little agates, so many little polished rocks. Cannot believe it. So that was my rock haul. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I had so much fun filming it. I'll definitely do more reading challenge videos like this because I really enjoyed filming and making this video. Also, let me know if there are any specific books you'd like to see me read. But thank you so much for watching. Thanks for watching my haul and my rock haul and just spending a few days with me and my family on our cabin trip. I'm going to leave my booktube playlist down below with all of the other book-related YouTube videos in that playlist. I also do have a book talk, Bookstagram, Goodreads, Amazon storefront, all of that down below. And check out my blind dates with a book. If you want to purchase a blind date with a book, it's on my Etsy shop. I currently have so many videos I need to edit now that I am back and in the working headspace again. And I know I keep hinting at it, but I'm gonna do a home library makeover and I cannot wait to get started on that soon. But I'll see you real soon in my next video. Bye!